What's up,
How
man?
can you conclude and contradict, and how can you falsely lie that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is not a prophet?
Okay, yeah. So,
We
so,
have
I, so, so I
possessed you
take it
to
you're
say
Muslim.
so.
I take it you're Muslim.
You're thinking I am a Muslim. Alhamdulillah.
That's what I'm taking. I'm just making sure I understand your position.
Yeah,
I take it you're
go
Muslim.
ahead. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm asking, why should I think that Muhammad is a prophet? Well, I guess let's back up actually. Before we ask that, would you agree with me that saying that somebody is a prophet, that's a pretty big claim? Like that's a pretty big swing. Would you agree with me?
What do you mean claiming? Yes. And
No,
there's
no. So
evidence
I'm thinking,
backed up.
if I say to you, hey, there's this guy, and he speaks for God, just in general, regardless of who they are, would you agree that's a pretty strong claim? Like that's a big deal. Would you agree with that?
I would just not listen to him because he would be a deceptor, a dajjal.
Okay. So, but I'm just asking you, like, if somebody is saying they're a prophet,
Okay,
it
so
seems,
okay.
it seems to
So
me like
you're
that's a
bringing
big
philosophy.
claim, and so
As
I'm
a Muslim, I
justified in
submit. I don't do
arguing.
philosophical things though. That's why we're having a what you believe and what I believe is completely different. Your terminology uses philosophical opinions and philosophical thoughts, which is not coming from God, right?
Oh, wait, I didn't
You bring
use
in
philosophy.
desires. You
When
bring
did
in
I mention
desires, and as
philosophy?
Muslim, I don't follow desires. I try to submit as my best
Yeah,
capabilities
I
to God.
submit too. I submit too. I submit to
Submit to
God too,
what?
right?
So what is a religion?
My religion is Christian, right?
So Christianity. So you have a lot of philosophical contradictions in your own
No. So
religion.
back up. So back up. Let's back up. Okay. So the question that is up here is Muhammad was not a prophet. Changed my mind, right? Like that's the prompt. And you wanted to come
That's what
up.
you desire to believe in. So
Yeah. So I'm
that's not your
asking you,
problem.
do you think I'm wrong about that? So you think I'm wrong about that Muhammad was not a prophet? You
For
think I should
this,
think Muhammad was a prophet, right?
so for this century, right? For whoever is after Prophet Muhammad Muhammad's death, and they consider or they call themselves a prophet, they will be considered a liar in Islam, and there's no other prophet
Okay.
except the last prophet.
Okay. So here's what I'm asking you. Okay. Why should I think that Muhammad was a prophet?
Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, right? So
Mhm.
God Almighty, right? He has laws. We could agree that our Lord have laws, right? He
Yeah,
has
I'm
to
on
bring
this.
it down
God
into
has
this
laws.
world,
Yeah.
right? To guide people to whom He wills. Am I correct?
God guides people to Him. Yeah, I think so. I think God wants
So
people
He
to know
guides whom He wills by His laws and His Sharia, right?
by His
His
what?
His jurisprudence, and His laws, and His. This is what we believe as Muslims, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. Okay. So
He
I
has
think
laws.
that God. I
He
think
has
that
laws
God.
that we need to obey, right?
I think that God tells us things that we need
Okay,
to obey. Yeah.
okay,
So I think there's in
tamam.
a sense laws.
All
So
right.
God wants us to
So
follow.
him, God Almighty, He brings messengers and prophets to people who are most, deviant and needs guidance, right?
Okay. So
So He
you're
brings
saying so.
people.
So
He
just I
brings
want to make sure
people
we're on
who
the same
God.
page.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll let you speak, buddy.
What's up?
So God brings messengers and prophets to nations, right? Who are
Mhm.
deviant, who are disbelieving in God, right? To bring a message to them, human just like themselves, to teach them, to tell them that, come and worship God, and, call them to Tawheed, to,
Okay.
like
So let me
Noah,
ask you some
like
questions.
Noah. We believe
Let
in
me ask you
Noah,
some
right?
questions.
We
Are
believe
you
in, for
saying that
example,
every nation, or let me just ask some questions. So, are you saying that every nation that has ever, done something wrong, God sends a prophet to every single nation?
every single nation, because God does not,
Okay, wait. So who's the prophet that's been sent to America, right? Who's the prophet that's
no,
currently been
we
sent
don't
to
have no
America?
knowledge. I have knowledge only upon
Huh?
the Abrahamic prophets. Can we be like Noah, Jacob,
Okay, but so I
Elijah?
don't see why I should think every single nation gets a prophet. I don't see why I should think that that's
Okay,
the
well,
case.
can you let me finish, and then you probably
Yeah, go
understand.
for it. Hmm.
All right, thank you. So, for example, Noah and his ark, right? We believe in that. We could both believe on that because we're both Abrahamic prophet. I mean, we believe in this, So we believe in Noah. All right, Noah. So God told them that there will be a flood, right? So come and warn to the people, right? And whoever disbelieved, have disbelieved and didn't go on the ark, right? Just like because as Muslims we believe in that Noah has four sons. You guys believe that he only has three sons, but as Muslims we believe that he had four sons, and one disbelieved by saying that, look, I would ride over the flood by going to the topest part of the mountain, right? So he disbelieved, right? Only a few people have came with Noah to be saved from this big flood. Am I correct? So this is first, one of the beginning
So
of time,
okay,
So
so
we go
this is
to
making
Jesus.
your case for a prophet being sent to every nation. Like that's what you're arguing for right now. I just want to make clear.
You need to let me finish. So we had to get to Prophet
I'm
Muhammad.
just trying to make sure I understand what you're
I have to
arguing. I just want to
correlate
make sure I
you. I have
understand
to
what you're.
correlate you, and we
Amen.
have to connect now, right?
Yeah, I just want to make sure I understand what the
So we
point
could
you're
go
arguing.
along, so I could explain to you, right?
Yeah, I just want to make
Yeah,
sure I
you do
understand
understand. So
what it is you're
we'll speak
arguing for.
through it.
So let's pump the brakes, okay? The contention that you're currently arguing right now is that every single nation has a prophet sent to it, okay? Am I correct? And am I
Okay.
correct that that's the contention you're arguing?
In our knowledge, in our knowledge in Islam, we only have knowledge upon the ones that are named in the Quran, and also the ones that were that are
Okay,
mentioned.
so wait. For the sake of argument,
In
I'm
the,
going to be like, okay, sure. Prophet gets
you
sent to.
understand?
I'm just going to say sure. Okay, like we
Okay,
can.
all right.
So
Let's
here's what I want
stop
to ask.
going running around and let me speak. Okay.
No,
All
no,
right. So
listen.
you see, I'll let you speak, and you're not gonna let me
No,
speak.
no, listen. Okay, listen.
This
Here's
is almost
honestly,
every
okay,
Christian.
chill. Listen,
Just want to
listen.
keep bashing,
I'm
bro.
going to guide the conversation because I love you. I want to have a good conversation with you. I'm going to guide the conversation because a lot of times I bring
You just
Muslims up.
speak
It's not just
philosophy,
you
bro.
guys.
Come on,
If
just let
you
me
keep
speak. Can I
interrupting me,
speak?
I'm gonna cut you off. Just let me explain, okay? I'm gonna ask some questions to try to make sure the conversation stays on track because I don't want there's a lot of complicated things that are entwined in here, and I don't want us to shoot off in a bunch of different directions. So if I ask you a
You didn't even
question
let me speak.
and I ask you a question, that's because I'm trying to guide the conversation, okay? So it's not just me interrupting you. I want to hear your arguments. I
Okay.
do. I want everyone here to hear
Thank
the
you.
arguments you have,
Yes, I
and
agree.
I want us to
Yes,
talk
yes,
about them.
yes.
So just everyone, let's just like big deep breath, okay?
All right.
So
Yes, yes,
what
yes.
I was saying is I'm actually gonna just say sure. Like so that point I was questioning you about, I'm just gonna grant it to you. I'm gonna
Okay,
say okay,
I got the point
every
before you
nation has a
even
prophet.
spoke about it. I got the point before you even spoke about it. Thank you. Thank you very much for clarifying whatever I knew already. Right. All right. So Jesus, as Muslims believe that he was a messenger and prophet and he came out of Virgin Mary. Right.
I wanna ask the question, okay? I'm asking you specifically. So we have agreed in this conversation, God sends prophets, and I've conceded for the point of debate that every nation gets a prophet sent to him, right? I'm just gonna whatever. My question to you is why should I think Muhammad is one of these prophets?
Okay. So first, whenever Prophet Muhammad Sallam, right, first got his verse to read, right, and he was illiterate. He didn't know how to read from Angel
Why?
Gabriel.
Wait,
So
why? Wait, let's pump there. Where are you getting your source for Muhammad is illiterate and he didn't know how to read? Okay, he just bounced. Okay. I don't know if he's coming back. Okay. So he bounced. If anybody wants if anybody wants to come up, if there are any Muslims in the chat who want to come up, they're welcome to. I'll give Julie a chance. Oh, I did think I saw somebody who Oh, you're back. Okay, what's up, man? Did you get DC'd?
yeah, I'm gonna give
Okay,
you.
you're good. Oh, he got DC'd again. I'll give him a few more minutes to see if he can get his internet. See if I can get his internet. If he can get his internet worked out, and if there are any Muslims who want to come up and have a chat while we wait on him, I'm watching my guest request and I'm watching the live chat. So I'll answer any questions that come up. Someone says,
All right, I'm back.
okay, so what's up?
I don't understand.
Okay.
Okay.
So your claim was Muhammad. He couldn't read, and then he had Gabriel, and he keeps on getting DC'd. I may just have to take you down, Julie. If anybody else wants to come up, you're welcome to. I'm sorry that Julie is having some disconnection issues. If he gets those sorted out, he's welcome to come back up. Yeah, so please like the chat and see if we can get anybody else to come in here. That was right near my cutoff point. All right, Julie, you got it? You okay now?
Yeah, so I'm gonna read first. I'm gonna read the Surah Al-Alaq.
No, what number is that?
That's number. That's number. So that's Juz 30, right? So you go all the way down. It's called Alaq.
So I said, give me that number again. So what's the server number?
Hold on just a second. I'm gonna disconnect again.
That's fine. Okay. I love you, bud, but I'm gonna have to disconnect you. All right. If anybody wants to come up
So
and
it's
chat with me,
96.
I'm sorry, but your internet's causing. I'm gonna have to just cut you off until you can. Hopefully your internet can get fixed and we can have you back up sometime. If anybody else wants to come back up and chat, they're welcome to. If there are any Muslims in the audience and who want to come up and they disagree with me and they want to talk about why Muhammad was a prophet, they're welcome to. I'll stay on and I'll answer some questions until then. Someone says, "Oh no, it does that when he goes off the app to read." I see. It's not his internet. Okay. Um, let's see. I'll bring him up and then we'll see if he can.
So yeah, I come
So
from the app
Julie,
and I
did you
come
see
back.
people in the chat were saying the issue was if you go
Yeah,
off app, it was cutting you off, so you'll
yeah,
have to
that
stay
was
on the
exactly
app.
that's what I said. I'm gonna disconnect again. I was going off the app.
Okay. So can
Yeah.
you stay on the app?
Yeah, so I said it was chapter 96.
Okay, so chapter 96, what verse?
Surah Al-Alaq. So we're gonna read the whole. It's like 19 verses. It's very short verses.
Do you want me to read it for you? That way you don't have to get cut off the app.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll read it for you. This is Surah 96, 1 through 19. Read, O Prophet, in the name of your Lord who created human beings from a clinging clot. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who taught by the pen, taught humanity what they knew not. Most certainly one exceeds all bounds once they think they are self-sufficient. But surely to your Lord is the return of all. Have you seen the man who prevents a servant of ours from praying? What if this servant is rightly guided or encourages righteousness? What if that man persists in denial and turns away? Does he not know that Allah sees all? But no, if he does not desist, we will certainly drag him by the forelock, a lying, sinful forelock. So let him call his associates. We will call the wardens of hell. Again, no, never obey him, O Prophet. Rather, continue to prostrate and draw near to Allah. Okay, so what do you want to talk about in this verse?
Yeah. So Jibril, whenever he first came to the messenger, Prophet Muhammad Sallam, it was first strange because, Angel Jibril came in a human form and spoke to him, said, Iqra, read.
Where are you getting that from this verse?
Yeah, no, yeah, the first. So,
What verses? I didn't see anything about that in here.
so read.
So we've got, um, let's see. The first time we have him say something about reading, I don't see
Read.
much of
Yeah,
anything
so it's
about
the
that.
first one. Read, O Prophet, Iqra.
Okay. So we've got read, O Prophet, in the name of the Lord who created you. But then
Yeah,
you're talking about all this other stuff about an angel
yeah.
Gabriel.
So
Where is
the
that
story
coming
of Jibril coming to the messenger to convey the message of God to him.
from?
Yeah,
Okay. So what's the source for that? Is that in the Quran or is that outside the Quran?
I'm gonna disconnect.
Okay. All right. And if there are any other Muslims who want to come up and chat while me and Julie have this conversation, they're welcome to. And if anybody has questions, I'll answer them on the live while we wait for Julie. Yeah, he's googling. I'll be charitable. I think maybe we'll say he's looking at a surah. If anybody wants to come up, and chat, I'll bring you up. I'm talking with Jewelry because yeah, I'm gonna disconnect is hilarious. If anybody wants to come up, if any other Muslims in here want to come up and chat, they're welcome to request up. I'll bring you up. Yeah, so we'll go with that. Let's see if there's anything else in the chat. Any questions people want to ask? I'll answer those while we wait on our brother Jewelry. Paul Miller says never stop the business. Thank you. Yeah. We got some people arguing in the
Yeah,
chat about
yeah.
something. Okay,
There's
what's
a
up,
hadith
Jewelry?
about it, but I didn't memorize it.
Okay, what are you thinking about?
So, so first we're gonna speak about him being illiterate. Okay. So
Okay,
the
so
angel.
Muhammad.
So first and foremost, we have to understand that these words are from God. right? Almighty, right? It's not.
Why should I think that? That's what I'm asking though. When
Why?
you
Why
so
should I
so
think
the
that?
question was
Okay.
wait. So the question was wait. So the question is why should I think Muhammad is a prophet? Why should I think Muhammad is someone who is speaking
First, he was
for God?
illiterate, right? He was illiterate,
Okay,
right?
wait. I want to make sure I get the question, and I'll let you answer. I
Okay.
promise. So the question is, why should we think what's coming from Muhammad is coming from God? And so we just read something. We just read a chapter of the surah, or excuse me, a chapter of the Quran, which is Muhammad speaking. And so I'm asking, why should I think that this is
Yeah.
coming from God?
So
To
this
make sure
is.
that's the context we're talking
Yeah,
about.
but I'm gonna tell you, but you keep, interrupting me. So the problem. If you
Okay,
keep
go for it.
interrupting me, you will never answer. You will never hear the answer. You understand? And that's from
Okay,
like
go ahead.
everybody. So first and foremost, a illiterate man, right? The messenger.
Where are you getting the idea that he's illiterate from?
Okay. So a illiterate man, 1400 years ago, would he know anything about biology?
Why should I think he's illiterate? Why should I think this guy's illiterate?
Okay. So first, we're gonna speak first. 1400 years ago, right?
Yeah,
You see
1400
you
years
see the
ago.
verse. So it talks about biology. Yeah, a blood clot, right? No one knows about that.
Okay, so
1400 years
it
ago.
talks about wrong biology. Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah, so there's an argument here of so this is something that Muslims commonly do. They're like, oh look, embryology, like people in this time knew that humans formed in people. Like we know that much. So are you referring to embryology here? Is that what you're going for?
So you're a philosopher. So where's your ideology? What is the evidence about that?
About what?
The evidence that you just told me. He's like, so this is wrong biology. How is this wrong? Tell me this is
Okay,
wrong.
so let's see.
How?
Are you talking about
So
so he
whenever
about
the
claiming
embryo,
plot? Do you think humans
whenever the
believe?
embryo, hold on.
Okay,
I mean,
what's that?
look, that whenever the embryo comes, right? It forms slowly, right? And one of the form of the embryo is a blood clot. Am I correct? Or is it
No,
wrong?
no,
It's
no,
not.
no,
So
no.
give me your evidence. Where's your evidence?
You can Google stages of human development,
Yeah,
right?
so it becomes so whenever there's like I think maybe the third or fourth stage. I don't memorize the stage, but third or fourth stage, it kind of looks like a blood clot. Whenever the baby is forming, right? The
Kind
blood
of
starts.
looks like a blood clot is not a blood
Yeah, it's a
clot.
blood. So it is a blood clot. Yeah,
No.
it
I
forms.
don't.
It
It's a blood
forms, and
clot.
then it
It's not.
become like
So
flesh.
two things. So are you claiming? Well, let me ask you a question. So
Because you're
let's.
philosophers, you know
So
this stuff,
So
right?
let me one second. So let's set aside whether or not this is true embryology or not. Let's suppose I grant you, okay, it's true embryology. Where are you going to argue next? What's the next step in your argument?
Okay. So you don't believe in the clot. So you're obviously you're not even a philosopher. Philosophers
No,
know
I'm
this
just
stuff.
saying. Suppose I grant this, right? Like suppose I grant you, okay, we all start as blood clots. Where are you going to go next with this?
Okay. And then the third verse it says, "Read, and your Lord is the most generous." Right. So God.
Why did you bring up the blood clot thing? Like, what was the point of mentioning that?
I mean, didn't you read? I mean, are you comprehending? Are you the
No,
one who
I can't.
comprehends?
Like, why? So I'm asking you,
Are
why
you
should
gonna
I
bring
think that this
philosophy of something
is?
that's clear? Excuse me. Are you gonna bring philosophy of something that's already clear and already known? So it
Okay, I'm
says,
just asking you
"Quit
questions.
believe
I'm just trying to
in
understand
the
what your
blood clot."
argument is.
You believe
Okay,
in
I'm just
blood,
trying
right?
to understand what your argument is because you started to mention a blood clot, and I was like, okay, let me just go with this. I was like, let's see where you go. I'm interested to hear where that argument leads, and so I kind of tentatively granted you that because I wanted to see where your argument went, and now we're not even talking
I'm
about
not
blood
arguing.
clots.
I'm just giving
Like,
you the
what are
base
we doing?
facts. It's not.
Okay.
I don't have to argue with you. It's already true. The truth is already heavy.
Okay,
So
but
if
listen,
you
I
understand or you don't
invited you
understand, it's
up.
not
Whoa,
my
chill.
problem.
I invited you up because I want to know why I should think it's true. Like
Well,
that's my
I'm
question.
telling you, I'm trying to teach you. 1400 years ago, how can a man, right, before this biology and before making surgery and everything, how does people know there's a blood clot? But then God says the created human from making a blood clot, right? This is one part of a embryo, right?
So
That
wait,
stage of
long
the
before
embryo.
Muhammad came along, people knew about a very rough idea of the stages of
And what
human
is
development.
your base evidence upon this? I want you to give me evidence
Yeah,
because
so
I'm
yeah,
I'm a
so
very
listen,
ignorant
listen.
jahil person.
Wait, no, but I don't have to. Listen, look, your
Yeah, I'm
claim
very
is
stupid,
that
bro.
there is something about this
I'm not as smart as
biological.
you.
Wait, listen, you're saying there's something about this biologically that is just so detailed and it's just so right that the only way this guy could have possibly known about this was that if it was supernaturally revealed to him, right? Like that's your argument.
I don't have argument. I'm just teaching you the truth.
No, that's what you
There's
just
no
said. You just
argument. You
said
want to
this is.
argue
You
it
said there's
for the
no
belief.
way. You insinuated there's no way
Well,
Muhammad could have known
and
about
look,
this.
and good job for completing your attentions of getting a lot of views. You're getting a lot of views, and you keep it up. You can be a rich man by getting tips out of people's lives.
If you
And
think
today,
I'm
I'm
making
giving you
money
only the
off
truth.
TikTok,
Look,
that's hilarious.
I'm gonna tell you something. Look, I'm giving you the truth, base fact, right? I don't need to argue with a philosophist who's gonna keep putting his own particular opinions, right, to God's laws and
No,
rules.
no, I'm just asking questions, my dude. I believe in God.
How
I
can
want to
clear?
submit
How
to
more?
God. I'm
Yeah,
asking you. I just
yeah.
want to know. I'm trying to figure out why I should think this random, apparently illiterate guy 1400 years ago, why I should base my views of God based off this dude.
Well, I literally told you, right? The verse is clear. So I don't know how more of a clear do you want? How much of a deep you
If
want?
it's clear about
How more
what?
deep do you
What
want?
is the verse clear about? Well, my friend, what is the verse clear about?
So an illiterate man, subhanAllah, right? There's
Where did
a
it mention illiterate in that verse you just told me? Where does it say that? Where is
this
the
is
word?
the
Where are you
verse of
getting the
God.
idea of illiterate?
Go into an illiterate man. You understand?
Where does it say that here? Where in the surah you cited does it mention an
No.
illiterate man?
So we brought one evidence from the verse of God, right? Is either you believe or you don't believe. It's up to you. It's not my problem.
Listen. You
But it's
brought
not
up
my
Surah
problem.
96. I
It's
read
not
through
my
all of
problem.
Surah 96.
You believe in
Where
it
does
or you
it
don't believe.
mention an
It's
illiterate
clear.
man?
Can I recite something? Can I recite something?
Is it related to this question?
Was related to the Quran. It's
Okay, but
literally
so
upon
you made the
you.
claim Muhammad was illiterate. Well, wait, listen. You made the claim Muhammad was illiterate. I'm just
So I'm
asking
gonna
where are you getting
look.
that
I'm
from?
not gonna keep answering. I'm gonna give you a verse and then let's see how you feel. Okay?
Is this a verse related to the Quran?
Yeah. This is
Okay,
a surah.
hit me with it. Hit me with it.
All right. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم يكن الذين كفروا من أهل الكتاب المشركين منفكين حتى يتيموا البينة
I think it's
رسول من
for
الله
everyone in here
يتلو
when I say I have
صحف
no clue what you're
مطهرة
saying. Can you read it in
فيها كتب
English?
قيمة وما تفرق الذين أوتوا الكتاب إلا
Okay.
من بعد ما جاءتهم البينة وما أمروا.
Okay. That's okay. All right, we're bringing up Maxwell OLU. What's up, man? All right, so we don't have any other Muslims coming up, so I'm gonna bring Jewelry back up. And if he's not nice, if he doesn't,
How you doing, buddy?
what's up? Don't go off on a long Arabic
No, I
tangent.
won't. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't know you knew Arabic or not. So the guy, he gave you a lot of evidence. Am I correct?
I don't think I saw any evidence.
So to you, it's no evidence, right? Even though
I
you know a lot about tafsir, right?
Claims are not evidence.
But
He
you know a lot
presented
about
Surah
tafsir.
279, and he presented a specific interpretation of 279, and I noted that interpretation was not even one that was held by some of the earliest Islamic writers.
Okay, so Tamam, I don't know what more of a rabbit hole you want to dig up to, but I would like to suggest you a surah, a small surah,
what you
surah
think?
98. If you read it in English, please.
Yeah, Surah 98, what verse?
Read the whole verse. It's like 8 verses.
Okay, yeah, it's short. We can read that. Okay, yeah, that's fine. The disbelievers from the people of the book and the polytheists were not going to desist from disbelief until the clear proof came to them, a messenger from Allah reciting scrolls of utmost purity containing upright commandments. It was not until this clear proof came to the people of the book that they became divided about his prophethood, even though they were only commanded to worship Allah alone with sincere devotion to him in all uprightness, establish prayer, and pay alms tax. That is the upright way. Indeed, those who disbelieve from the people of the book and the polytheists will be found in the fire of hell to stay there forever. They are the worst of all beings. Indeed, those who believe and do good, they are the best of all beings. Their reward with their Lord will be gardens of perpetual residence beneath which rivers flow, wherein they will abide forever. Allah being pleased with them and they with him, that is for whoever has feared his Lord. So that is all of Surah 98.
Okay, is that clear to you?
Clear about what?
Well, it's called the proof.
The proof of what?
So you wanted the proof all the time, bro. You were talking to somebody who gave you evidence.
Proof of what?
He gave you evidence, right? Here, just hit me up.
What is this evidence of?
On you, your description is exactly the same.
I'm literally asking you, what does this prove? I don't even know what argument this is being offered in support of.
Okay. I have another verse to ask.
No, wait, no other verses. I literally don't understand what I'm supposed to conclude from this.
So it's not clear enough.
No, like I don't know what you're arguing for.
So
What
the
is the
surah-
contention that
the
you're
surah-
arguing
The surah
for?
name proof didn't prove you anything.
No, I don't even know what's this supposed to prove.
If that doesn't go through your heart, then assalamu alaikum. I can't talk to you anymore. Thank you very much.
How is this supposed to go through my heart? I literally don't even know what this is
You're a
supposed
joke. You're a joke, and you play too much games. I'm seeing it. You see in the eyes. You're
Okay,
a
so
fumbling.
what is okay? I'm a joke. Haha. Garb is a joke. He's
You're
so
bringing
stupid.
Really
deceptive
quick.
scholars who are
Okay,
not
so
authentically
Uhud,
scholars.
hold on.
Okay, I better say Bob Blood's gonna mute his
You hear
mic.
me? So you're bringing
Yeah, I
these
just want to
liberals,
ask you something.
people.
Hold on, I just want to ask you something.
No. I'm speaking, so do not keep cutting me, please. I'm speaking to your man here.
Okay, yeah. What's up, Joel?
Mr. Main Character, I'm speaking to him, okay?
I'm Garb. You can call me Garb.
What's your name?
That's my dad you're talking to.
You can call me Garb. It's short for in philosophers Garb. That's what a lot of people
More
call
of
me.
your, female after this. Okay, so first and foremost, look,
Female.
as Muslims,
Wait.
as Muslims, what we do as Muslims, we obey, and we do the action. Okay, as Muslims, we're not philosophers. We don't dig up unexistent holes.
You understand there are many Muslim philosophers, right?
Well, those are.
There's an entire school of Islamic philosophy.
The Sufiya, the Murji'a, the Ahlul Faraq and Kalam, they're not upon the Sunnah wal Jama'ah. You understand? What? It's something confusing to you? You want to be confused?
So you're saying we don't do philosophy. Okay, what do you think philosophy is?
Philosophy is self-opinion. We don't do that.
No, that's not what philosophy is. Just thinking critically. It is asking questions.
Too much. You're thinking too much. Yeah. Yeah, and guess what? There's a hadith, right? There's a hadith that Prophet Muhammad said that what destroyed the people before us was excessive differing and excessive questioning. The Jews asked Moses, so whenever Moses told them to slaughter a cow, they keep asking him, and then they almost disbelieved. End of the day, I'm gonna tell you something, and let me have a conclusion before I leave. First and foremost,
conclude.
So you are upon person who received knowledge. So now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would judge you upon this, right? If you don't rectify yourself while you're alive, right? And actually become, and follow the truth of how it is and submit to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Sharia. You understand?
Wait, pump the
You're
brakes.
just
You said
So you're wasting
You're
my
just
time.
preaching.
You're wasting my brother's time.
Well, you just told me I'm not supposed to be using knowledge. Philosophy, you can't tell me I can't do philosophy and then accuse me of not using knowledge. Philosophy is the
knowledge came to you with tafsir. Knowledge came to you with tafsir.
Wait, no, but that's circular. That's circular. You've never
Wait,
given me.
hold on. I have a very pointed
question.
I have a very pointed question. In order for me to become a Muslim, do I have to wait, hold on. Please, I really want to ask this question because this is what I'm getting from this. If in order to become a Muslim, do I need to just put my brain and critical thinking skills away?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
No. In Islam, we submit and we surrender to God's laws.
You just got
I
to
do
believe
the same thing as a Christian, but I also do that while critically thinking and following the evidence.
Yeah, you critically think, you overthinking. You're like psychotic, OCD, paranoia type of thing. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're Mr. Thoughtomology, Thoughtomology.
Good evening, everybody.